Good morning, children. Welcome back to Social Studies tutorial. I hope you all are doing well at home. So, students, in today's session, we are going to learn about the next motion of the earth. As I told you in our last session, where we have learned rotation, that the earth has its two types of motion. The first, rotation, that we have already done, and the second one is revolution. So what we have learned in rotation, that when the earth move on its own axis, then it is called rotation, and the revolution when the earth moves around the sun. So if this is sun, when the earth moves around the sun in a fixed path which is called as orbit, then it is known as revolution. So what the revolution, the phenomena is related to, that it takes around 365 days. Now just understand, or you can easily just clear your concept that rotation, while rotating, the earth takes 24 hours, whereas while revolution, then the earth takes 365 days to revolve around the sun. That time we were talking about the earth day or the solar day. Here that is the 1 year, because in an year there is almost around 365 days. It is not exact, because what exactly, every year while revolving around the sun, the earth saves around 6 hours. So what exactly, just within a span of 4 years, there is 24 hours of time. So 6 hours saved every year are added to make one day, that is 24 hours. And over a span of 4 years, so every in every 4 years there is a year having 366 days. That is, I believe that already you have heard that in every 4 years there is an year which has 366 days in the and there are 29 days in the month of February, because generally the month of February has 28 days, but just because of this revolution, that takes around 365 days in a year, and every year it saves 6 hours. So just after 4 years of span, there is 366 days, and the one day, extra one day, that is in the month of February. So the path it takes around the sun is known as orbit, which is elliptical. What elliptical? That is that is the shape of like an egg. So this is the shape, that the orbit, that is the orbit or the path which takes around the sun. Then every 4 years, as I told you, that there is a year with 366 days in the and 29 days in the month of February, and this is called leap year. This year having 29 days, or having year 366 days and 29 days in the month of February, this is called leap year. The content is already given in your book at the last, but we are this is related to this content, so we are covering up this content here in this class. So what exactly this elliptical orbit? Because that time while learning rotation, what I told you, there are the creation of days and night, but just because of the revolution, there are the seasons. So there is the elliptical orbit which is inclined. Because of this, there are the seasons that we experiences: summers, winters, spring, and autumn. So students, now let's understand the different concept related to the motion of the earth, that is revolution. These are the perihelion, aphelion, and the ecliptic. So what happens if we talk about perihelion? The distance between the earth, and the sun, because revolution takes place between the earth and the sun. So the distance between the earth and the sun differs from a minimum of roughly 147 million kilometers in early January. Now we have to remember the facts like that happens in early January, and this is minimum. The distance we are talking about between the earth and sun, that is minimum, and it is around 147 million kilometers. Then let's understand the concept of aphelion. What aphelion is, this is also the distance while revolving between the earth and the sun to a maximum. In the previous concept, that is of perihelion, we were talking about minimum, and here we are talking about the maximum distance of roughly 152 million kilometers in early July. So these are the facts which we have to remember, that in perihelion we were talking about the month of January and the distance between the sun and the earth, that is 147, while in aphelion that is in the month of early July and the maximum of roughly 152 million kilometers. Now here we have to note that the average distance, if we talk about on an average distance of the earth from the sun, that is roughly 150 million kilometers. So students, now let's learn the effects of the earth's revolution. That what are the effects of the earth revolution. As I told you that the axis of the earth is tilted, and just because of there are the certain things which causes that there are the differences or the variations in the lengths of the day and night, that the length or the time period of the day and night remains unequal, and there are the changing of the seasons, because the changing of the season is a result of the revolution. That there is, you can have a look at this diagram, that there is the vernal equinox and the autumn equinox. There is summer solstice and the winter solstice, that we'll learn in our next session. The revolution of the earth along with the tilt in the earth's axis causes the differences between the length of the day and night and changing season. Now students, as in the case of rotation, we were talking that if there would be no rotation, then what would happen? Then we have done, then there would be extreme conditions where the survival of the living beings would not be possible. Similarly, if we talk about that what would happen if there were the straight, the earth's axis would be straight, not tilted. So we can directly imagine that there would be no season, since every point on the earth would receive the same amount of light each day of the year. So there would not be any variation in the lengths of the day and night, and they would last at 12 hours each. So students, I hope you enjoyed the session. We'll learn about that seasonal changes or the causes of the seasons there in our next session. Till the time, stay connected, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.